Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 3, where in the last mission we rescued a Krogan female, codenamed Eve, from a Solarian base on Surkash, and now she's here with us on the Normandy in the Med Bay. She and Morton have taken over the Med Bay, so Dr. Chakwas is still here on the Normandy, but she's somewhere else. But let's have a talk with Eve.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets, so when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
What do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan. But I won't tell him that. His head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
I know in his heart Rex wants what's best for us. Though not all the other clans see it that way.
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that you can tell him.
Do you think Rex will want revenge for the genophage?
Some clans will expect it, but I hope Rex resists. He understands the cycle of violence must end if Krogan are ever to have a voice in galactic politics. Still, he's just one Krogan. If enough clans demand it, he may not be able to stop them.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a thresher maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes. After my first stillborn.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
How do you think things will change after the genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again. Females will help shape the future, like in the ancient days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the genophage, they become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence. Excuses to earn them honor.
I think she has a point.
How has Morton been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
No. Organ redundancy results in new period before metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
But I sense pain in him too. He told me about his work on the genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters and I changed something in him.
Sorry, Borgia offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Well, it wasn't his ear. How'd you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tachanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
Yeah, but I saw what Malin did.
I found Malon's lab. It looked like a dungeon. His experiments were brutal.
We learned that too late. He meant well, but his methods grew more barbaric as he went. We finally escaped into the rubble. Eventually, a Solarian team found us. They saved our lives. We were so sick.
Would you go to Malon again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know. The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tachanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I'm glad to see humans treat their women with respect. Your people have placed a lot of responsibility on you.
No more than your people have put on you.
Then maybe we can show the men how it's done.
Deal.
That's cute. Alright. In case you're wondering, Dr. Chuck was actually hanging out in the crew quarters for the time being.
Can't imagine anything so traumatic. You sure you're okay, Karen?
I wouldn't wish a collector abduction on my worst enemy. But it's behind me now. I'm fine. But it makes me think of Earth and all the other Reaper-occupied worlds. What are the Reapers doing to the people who live on all those worlds? As we sit here, enjoying our coffee. How many souls are in agony this very moment? Millions? Billions? Go, Greg. I lied. I'm not fine.
Everything okay in the medbay?
Yes, Morden would just like some space to work with Eve.
He kicked you out?
Oh no, I just felt I was getting in his way. I'll return when I'm needed.
Hello, Commander.
I haven't talked to Morden actually. I'm just just remembered that. Sorry.
Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Malin's data thorough. Fortunately detailed as well. Have used notes to improve her condition.
Have you determined why she's immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
You think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes. We'll use Eve's tissue to produce mutagen, alter gland function across entire species. Must improve mutagen as well, tune hormone production, long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
So we did the right thing by saving the data?
Indeed. Would be much harder to treat Eve without it. Maybe impossible.
And all those experiments we saw back on Tachanka?
Monstrous, repulsive, but now with purpose. Victims didn't die for nothing.
Have you heard anything from Malin?
Any word on Malin himself?
No. Ordered teams to search for him when trying to help Eve. Nothing so far. Large galaxy. Lots of places to hide. Could already be dead for all we know. Would kill him now if possible. Unless he could help.
How's she doing?
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated. Likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket. Something soft. Prefer to let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Her opinion, somewhat different.
You care about her.
My patient. My responsibility. Found her at STG base. 3 doctors injured trying to restrain her. Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. Promised to help her. She said, please.
You always defended your genophage work. What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision at time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
Reaper invasion. Turians doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat. Outlet for aggression. Cooperative symbiosis.
Nothing else. No personal stake here?
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left, but still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Possibly. Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right. To prove I can.
Nice talking with you, Morden.
Thank you, Shepard. Glad to be back.
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Have made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You go crazy inside an hour.
Might run tests on the seashells.
Yeah, I really can't imagine him retiring and running tests on seashells. We haven't visited the reporter for a while.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose 1 colony, save 5. That's the math.
Stand down, yeoman. She's allowed to voice her opinion until I disallow it.
Aye, Commander. But how does she get to say whatever she wants to the whole galaxy and there's no other side?
I'll be clear that the opinion expressed is just my own.
Well, okay. It's not great, but okay.
Right. Let's also check up on our favorite engineers.
Do you ever think about when we were abducted by...
No, I don't.
Me neither.
Yeah, I doubt that. So, something going on here?
Everything okay with the shuttle?
Just double checking the inertia dampener coils. Can be twitchy in these UT-47s. But don't worry, this bird's been rock solid.
I always see you down here working your ass off. Ever take any downtime?
I get my sleep, Commander. Flying tired is nearly worse than flying drunk.
What about your waking hours? Any R&R?
I need to keep myself busy. Otherwise, well, too much time to think.
I appreciate your dedication, but I don't want to see you burn out.
I know my limits. I wouldn't take a chance with your life.
So before this war, you must have done something to relax.
Sure. I remember back when the Hawking was based out of Arcturus and I was just a fighter jock. There was this observation deck overlooking the main flight paths. You could watch every ship taxi in and out. When I was alone, I'd turn off the auditory emulators and just watch them drift by in silence.
You know, there are views like that on the Citadel. Next time we're there, you should take some shore leave. Clear your head.
I don't know. Maybe.
Take some time off on the Citadel, Steve. As a favor to me.
If you put it that way, how can I say no?
You can't.
Precisely. Right, I'm actually gonna buy some weapon upgrades here. Both for the Scorpion pistol that we found, because it's a decent enough pistol for other squad mates who don't care about weight. And also for the Raptor, because I'm gonna be using this as my main go-to sniper rifle for the time being. I'll demonstrate that in a minute, I guess. James, any thoughts?
Wonder what the hell Cerberus was up to on Sarkesh.
Well, no good. They never are. Right, I don't need to go much to my cabin. I have automated VI that feeds my fish, so let's just read the new messages, of course. You have an upgrade waiting from Liv. Dear Commander Shepard, some of the data you found allowed me to research an upgrade for you. Simply access the terminal and dock to Sony's office at your convenience, and you may choose how and when to implement it. Have a pleasant day. Holding the line, from Major Kira here. Commander, it was a pleasure seeing you again on Sarkesh, even if the circumstances were less than ideal. It seems fate has decided our meetings coincide with galactic threats. So be it. To that end, I want to reiterate that SCG will be there to help when the need arises, regardless of the political climate. You were there for us in our hour of need. We look forward to returning the favor. Best of luck, Major Kiri, 3rd Infiltration Regiment. Special Task Group. Yes. Good man. Right. So we can actually go to Tuchanka now and do lots of side questing there. But I'm actually gonna finish up some of the side missions before that. So let me go to Sigurd's Cradle. We were asked to investigate a Cerberus lab some time ago, so I'd like to do that at some point. I can demonstrate this scanning game that I've done off screen here. So we can basically fly around and activate the scanning pods. I think I already demonstrated that.
I found something.
If we find something while doing that, then we get a notification, and we can go to orbit, and then we can do something similar to the scanning that we did in Mass Effect 2. Just have to follow the indicator and then scan it. And in this case, we got a war asset, which is something like 5 to maybe 30 points of war assets, which isn't much, but it adds up over time. And depending on where we scan and where the next available Reaper is, we are making them aware of our existence here. We also have an indicator on how much of the special stuff we already found here. Since I've already looked at the planet, there's only here some debris, for instance. Whoop, no, stay there. So here's a wreckage. There's just the wreckage of a fuel depot destroyed by enemy forces. Fuel can be salvaged from the debris, yeah. So, let's go to the chorus. There's also an indicator on how many assets we've recovered here. Which, on the one hand, of course, is nice, because then we know when we found everything, so we don't spend too much time looking for stuff that's not there. That's good, but also, for me, as a very explorer-heavy type of player, it also feels a little weird, because, I don't know, in Mass Effect 1 and 2, I always had the feeling that when I went out and found something, that I have found something that maybe not everybody found. So I could take some pleasure in that, even if it took a while to get there. Especially in Mass Effect 1, where you had to land on the planets and then go for a ride in the Mako, and then eventually you could maybe go somewhere and do some stuff. But I think it was worth the time. Here it feels more like a chore. I have to go through every system and scan everything because I want everything. And I also know when I have everything, so... yeah, right. So, Sanctum. I'm not gonna read the text. Or maybe I am. Well, I am. Sanctum is proof of the old spacer adage, just because it's a garden world doesn't mean it's a picnic. Freezing ice storms cover the poles and temperate zones, leaving a narrow strip of habitable land at the equator. Dry but windy, this area is home to Sanctum's minimal terrestrial plant life. The plant has yet to develop land-based animals, though invertebrates grow quite large in its Pelagiac seas. Mining referred to as ice cracking at anywhere but the equator is a common deployment on Sanctum. The plant is rich in platinum and palladium deposits, as well as boron, which is locally used in semiconductor doping. Travel advisory. Carbon dioxide levels in Sanctum can reach 5,000 parts per million during thermal invasions. Travel should carry a breath mask at all times and consult the Sanctum World Weather Service for warnings. Travel advisory. Paris is a 14-year global high on Sanctum. Visitors should take appropriate security precautions. Yeah. Let's land. I'm actually going to be taking Edie along for once, because I haven't done so far. What's that? It's power damage, power recharge speed. Let's take that. And who am I going to take along with? Garrus? Ah, come on, Garrus. So as I said, I'm gonna switch my weapon to the Raptor. Some of you may wonder why I'm choosing the Raptor, because it's basically similar to the Viper that I've shunned very much in Mass Effect 2. And it's even worse, yeah, it has an even higher rate of fire and does even less damage, but I think the rate of fire is way better because it's higher, because it feels like a weird hybrid of sniper rifle and assault rifle, with some advantages that most assault rifles don't have, which is slowing down the time whenever we aim with it. So yeah, let's give it a try at least. Can aim through smoke with that. It's actually sort of interesting, though I think damage is also interesting. Haven't found any other SMG so far. Oh well. So Edie, you can take the Scorpion too. And some upgrades for that. Garrus, yeah, I can stay with the Maddock actually. Alright, we got some points to spend. I'll take recharge speed. For Garrus, I'm gonna take. Could increase concussive shot a little. I don't tend to use it much because I always tend to use overload on Garrus, though technically in some cases concussive shot is better if I would just want to detonate combos than just using concussive shot is better because its recharge is slower than on overload. Well, talking about overload, she also has overload, so let's take that. Defense matrix, yeah, maybe. It gives her additional defenses, but slows down her power regeneration a little, unless we go to the last level where the penalty is a little reduced. I still don't like it much. So, power damage or health and shield bonuses. I actually like her to have more health because she doesn't have too much of that. Attack power damage, of course. Squad made tech power damage and duration. It's actually interesting because we do tech power damage too. Or shield recharge delay. Both is interesting. Don't have enough points for either of it, so.
Commander, I've got a hail from Admiral Hackett.
Put him through, Lieutenant.
Shepard, we've uncovered a secret Cerberus lab, function unknown. We sent in a recon team, but they were forced to pull out before they got very far.
Any other intel?
We think they're using the facility to warehouse and study Reaper tech. We've been wondering how Cerberus is connected to the Reapers, and this might give us some answers.
We're on it.
Find out what Cerberus is doing and get me any Reaper tech samples you can, Commander. Hack it out.
Alright.
On my way.
Alright, but what's really going on here and how these repo samples are looking like and stuff, we're gonna find out in the next episode. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Take care, bye.